This tone, this note, is very important in various styles of playing, especially in Afro-Cuban styles of playing, right? Hey, what's happening, everyone? William Johnson here. The closed tone, we're going to get right into it. I often call this the muted tone or the closed tone. The reason I call these tones closed is because it's just that. It's not resonating in the atmosphere, the room, outside, wherever you're at, right? So you have open and then you have a muted or closed tone, right? Even if this is kind of like a bass tone, but basically the idea is that it's not reverberating, all right? So if we're playing a muffed tone, it's like a muffle, right? So there's somewhat of a pressing into the drum, and we're not letting our hands and fingers bounce off of the drum. This tone, this note, is very important in various styles of playing, especially in Afro-Cuban styles of playing, right? If we want to be able to express ourselves and have more sounds, then the muted or the muff is a great way, or variations of muting the tone is a great way to achieve that. So a good way to get a nice muted tone is to have, again, like the open tone, our hands not too far apart, not too close together. And we basically are letting our ears guide us. We're kind of pressing in to get that muff tone into the drum, like a bass tone where we're pushing the air out. We're getting a little bit of bass in the muted tone. But really what we're trying to do is get a nice full sound. So you're not pressing really hard, and it really depends on how loud you're trying to make the sound. It depends on what exactly you're trying to sound like, what type of drum you're on. All of this depends. But the idea is that it does not sound like an open tone. It does not sound like the bass. It doesn't sound like all of these other tones. It's distinct. Now, my hand, most of this is going to come from around, not the center of the palm necessarily, but around right about the other side of my knuckle and up to my fingertips. So if I'm playing a bass tone, I slide back to about where my knuckles are to the rim, and I just use this fleshy part of the hand and dig into the drum. Okay? Now, I can also play on other parts of the conga drum, other parts of the surface, depending on how I want it to sound. Now, instead of playing just a bass, I can just play. All of that, I'm not allowing the tone to come through. They're also muted or closed, rather closed tones, okay? But the muff, I slide back and press right into the drum. Now, we can incorporate an exercise with the muff to develop this muted closed tone as well. This exercise will combine the bass, the open, and the muted tone that we were just doing. So we're going to play hand to hand, meaning left, right, alternating from our left and our right hand. Okay? So basically, I'm going to play bass, bass, open, open, and then muff, muff. Bass, bass, open, open, muff, muff. All right? You can see the other videos about the bass tone and the open tone. If you go on the channel, go to the actual home on the channel. There's a playlist with conga lessons, and you can scroll down and see the open and bass note video there, right? So this exercise, we can do an exercise with eighth notes to incorporate this combined exercise to work on making each one of these tones distinct. For instance, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you notice that wherever my 1 is, it ends up on different places because of the amount of notes that I'm playing. The main thing that you should pay attention to is that all your notes are different. You're staying on your metronome, and that if you're playing eighth notes, they actually are eighth notes. Count them out loud as you play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? And so on and so forth. All right? But that's the muted note. God bless you all. Thanks for watching this video. Keep an eye out for the next one. Until next time, I'll see you soon. God bless you. Love you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you.